In the Amazon canopy, power begins with stillness. Every movement is measured before the strike. The kill is not spectacle, it is work. Above the shadows, the route turns toward a hidden purpose.
The story rewinds to day one, before strength had feathers. At the center of this giant platform lies visions.
The egg depends on more than warmth, it depends on return. Even waiting has a rhythm. Turn.
After weeks of silence, the first signal is almost invisible. The strongest bird in the nest can only wait now.
A life.
The strike is over, but the hunt has not ended.
Nothing here is wasted.
Nothing here is wasted. Every dangerous movement. Above the Amazon floor, the story changes shape. The hunter is returning to a place of waiting. Day by day, survival begins without movement. Protection here is not dramatic. It is patient, physical, and constant. Even before hatching, the egg belongs to a world full of small threats.
A few drops become a warning.
Day 1. Long before the first flight, the harpy eagle's survival story begins in stillness.
After the hunt, the story contracts to a single fragile point high above the forest. Every shift of weight has to be.
Day 1 is still quiet, but the shell already feels like a boundary under pressure.
The adult does not rush.
Around the nest, the forest keeps moving, even while the egg is motionless. Heat, balance, and cover.
Incubation is not a pause in the story, it is the first daily labor of survival. The egg needs warmth.
The nest is not just a platform, it is repaired, adjusted, and returns. The egg must be turned, kept warm, and shielded. Each movement is careful work. The survival of the egg relies on heat, but also on shade. Survival depends on balance. The mother remains, but survival.
The storm is coming. The mother's wings are the only shield in this world of water and wind.
Tiếp nối, mạch truyện chuyển sang nhịp hệ quả đổ xuống của pha mở đầu is the primary protector, enters as provider, and the egg remains the shield.
The morning light shifts, and the mother's every move is measured. She carries the weight of survival. The quiet sound of life begins to make itself known. Tiny shifts that promise something to come. The egg trembles, preparing to break free from the safety of the shell into the vast unknown of the world.
The shell begins to answer. Is still unseen inside the egg, but becomes active through movement. Tapping.
The egg stirs. Life within begins to push back against its own. The struggle intensifies, the life within demanding its space. The parents remain watchful, but the egg's tension. The egg begins to give way, and soon the struggle will become visible. The tiny life within. The shell begins to answer. The chick inside becomes active, tapping against the shell and breaking free. The chick's first feathers appear, a fragile symbol of strength in its early development. The nest.
The egg responds as life stirs within. Every tap signals a small but decisive movement toward freedom.
The first signs of life emerge, fragile and weak, yet the chick fights onward. The world.
Day 56, fragile life in a giant nest.
Tiếp nối, mạch truyện chuyển sang nhịp thiết lập nhiệm vụ mới của pha phát triển.
Ngày 56, cuộc sống mong manh trong một tổ chim khổng lồ. Tiếp nối, mạch truyện chuyển sang nhịp thử chiến thuật đầu tiên của pha phát triển.
The chick takes its first tentative steps. Still weak and unsure, but its instinct for survival begins to take hold.
The chick is growing stronger with each passing day. The once tiny and fragile creature is beginning to adapt to its surroundings. Day 56, fragile life in a giant nest. The chick, now fully emerged from the egg, begins to. The chick, fragile and weak, begins its first attempts to move, dwarfed by the enormity of its new world. The chick is still weak, but its curiosity is starting to show as it gazes toward the vast drop below.
The chick is beginning to sense the world beyond the nest, but it is still tethered to the safety of its mother. The chick's hunger grows stronger, and with each bite it asserts its need for survival. Its dependency is
Tensions. The first feeding cycle begins, with the chick still dependent on its parents for survival, while the mother shields the harsh reality of
the chick begins to settle into the nest, its bond with its parents strengthening with each feeding. The first feeding cycle reveals the delicate balance between predatory strength and parental care.
Tiếp nối trà, mạch truyện chuyển sang nhịp leo thang hữu hình của pha leo thang tiến thêm một bước, đồng thời đào sâu một lớp tình huống mới ngay trong trước xung đột.
The chick demands food. Character B passes the meat. Character C watches intently. The chick's hunger becomes more urgent, but the parent's nurturing continues with care and precision.
The chick's awareness of its environment grows. Its movements become more purposeful, a sign of its developing strength. The chick's hunger persists, but it is becoming more adept at begging for food, asserting its growing dependence. The chick's begging has grown more assertive, signaling its growing awareness and dependence on its parents. The chick's strength continues to grow as it becomes more aware of its surroundings. Each moment brings the chick closer to independence. The chick's awareness of the world grows as the wind stirs the canopy, marking a new stage in its development. The chick is no longer helpless. The chick's growing awareness brings a new focus to the world around it. The chick's first defensive reaction to its hurt. The chick's growing awareness of the world around it signifies a shift in its development. The winds bring a change, a storm.
The chick's instinct to hold steady is its first response to the chaos of the world. The mother shields it from the storm.
The storm rages on, but the chick is learning to endure. Each gust of wind is a lesson in resilience. The chick's growing awareness of its surroundings shows its increasing strength and coordination. The chick is gaining confidence. The chick's alertness is growing, its ability to observe and react developing alongside its independence. With growing intelligence, the chick's physical development is evident as it learns to balance and adjust its posture. The chick's awareness of its environment is growing. The chick's growing awareness of the environment sets the stage for the challenges ahead as it senses the changing weather. The storm intensifies, with the adult preparing to protect the chick as the environment becomes increasingly hostile. The storm intensifies as the mother becomes the physical shield, enduring the harsh conditions to protect her vulnerable chick. The mother endures the storm's full force, using her wings to shield the fragile chick beneath her. The storm escalates, but the mother's will remains steady, her wings forming an unyielding shield for her chick. The storm now intensifies even further, but the mother remains resolute, a beacon of protection amidst the chaos. The storm intensifies, but the mother's unwavering protection shields the chick from nature's fury. The chick hides beneath the mother, its life protected by the fierce shield of its mother's wings. The storm is relentless. The worst of the storm has passed, but the tension remains. The mother's wings still protect the chick as the storm subsides. The storm's impact is still felt in the nest. The mother's vigilance continues, but now the storm's fury gives way to recovery. The rain has passed, and the first rays of sunlight bring new hope. The chick is beginning to change as it recovers from the storm. The chick's confidence is growing as it takes control of its feeding and shows greater strength and coordination.
The chick begins to test its physical limits, reaching higher in the nest and showing more confidence in its growing strength. Tiếp nối, mạch truyện chuyển sang nhịp ra quyết định giữa áp lực của pha cao trào, becomes an emerging physical force, and are still essential but limited.
Its talons scrape against the bark, marking the beginning of a transformation. The bodies are strengthening.
The chick is taking its first steps toward independence. It can stand on its own, though still under the watchful eye of its parents.
The chick's wings begin to unfold, signaling the physical transformation. However, there's a sense of uncertainty.
The chick is learning, growing stronger with each attempt. It's not yet ready to fly, but it's testing the air, inching closer to independence.
The chick is testing the edge, measuring the gap to the next branch. It's not yet ready to leap, but the desire for independence is clear. Is the learner?
The juvenile prepares, measuring the next step. Its wings built for flight, but still weighed down by uncertainty.
The chick is ready, but the distance to the branch feels insurmountable. The leap is imminent. Each attempt strengthens its wings.
The chick is at the edge, eyes locked on the path to flight. The moment of truth approaches.
The chick hesitates, aware of the danger below. The leap is coming, but will it succeed or fail? The chick is poised. This is the moment, and the decision will define its future. With a final flap, the chick breaks free of the nest.
The chick is beginning to build strength in its wings, testing them with more force, and beginning to assess the space around it.
With each flap, the chick grows bolder, measuring the leap to the next stage, aware of the distance but still hesitant. The chick faces the frustration of failure, but quickly learns to regain its balance, preparing for the next challenge.
The chick stands at the edge, wings ready, contemplating the leap. The nest feels too small for its growing wings now.
The chick takes its first short flight, overcoming hesitation and proving its ability to move from nest life to the open air.
The chick is now a risk taker, leaping from the nest. The flight is not perfect, but each attempt brings it closer to independence.
The first landing is imperfect, but the chick has made its first successful crossing from the nest to the wider world. The chick continues to test the air, confident in its strength but still cautious as it navigates the unknown expanse of the...
The juvenile has reached a turning point. The leap is risky, but it's a necessary part of its journey to mastery of the canopy.
The juvenile now fully occupies its space in the canopy. It's no longer just surviving, it's learning how to navigate the jungle with every movement. The juvenile is gaining confidence. It moves with more precision, proving its growing strength and independence.
The juvenile eagle stands apart from the nest. It is now a survivor. The chick moves. No longer the juvenile's journey from egg to independent flyer is complete. It is now a survivor, ready for whatever the forest brings. Day 199, a young survivor above the Amazon. Tiếp nối, mạch truyện chuyển sang nhịp ra quyết định giữa apples.
The juvenile harpy eagle begins to explore with increasing confidence, moving beyond the nest into the vastness of the canopy.